Dimitri?
Well, maybe you can get him to eat.
Should I have waited for the funeral?
No, I'm glad you're here.
You were such a wonderful brother to Edmund.
I wrote him off as a fraud.
Oh, maybe you did it first, Dimitri, but when you got together, you made an enormous difference in his life. You gave him the family that he never had as a child.
I wasted so much time fighting with him. I thought I'd have years to make up for it.
You don't have anything to feel bad about. I'm the one who should feel guilty.
Because you and Edmund didn't make it?
Because I feel that it's my fault that he's gone.
Brooke, Edmund was murdered. You can't blame yourself for
Just
that.
before the explosion, I could have headed him off. But I got sidetracked and I got to the hospital too late.
But did you know that there was a bomb in Edmund's car?
No, but I knew that he was in trouble.
Then catching up with him wouldn't have done any good. Even if you'd talked him out of the Cayman trip, he still would have had to drive home.
I just can't let go of this feeling, that I let him down.
Well, neither can I. I mean, why didn't I ask more questions? Why didn't I do some checking on my own? If only I had become more involved, if I'd had the sense to hire some protection.
I should have done that.
No, it was my brother, my responsibility. Brooke, look, this is absurd. It's not our fault. Now, the creep that planted that bomb had total control.
It just hasn't sunk in yet. I can't believe it. I feel like I'll look up and I'll see him come through that door.
I know what you mean. How could Edmund be dead? I keep picturing him telling St. Peter to forget it.
I will never, ever forget him.
He's part of us, forever.
Oh,
Brooke, hi.
Hi. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not intruding.
No, please. Thank you for coming.
How is Maria?
Not too well. She can't bear up to the funeral. Nothing I say seems to help.
Do you want me to talk to her?
Could I go up and see her?
Brooke, that would be nice.
Okay.
Come in.
Would you like some company? I called to talk to you yesterday, but you were in the chapel with your family.
I got your message, thanks.
How are you doing?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Well, if you want to. If you can.
Not good.
No, of course not.
Pretty terrible.
Well, it's a terrible thing. You and Edmund should have had years together, and I'm sure you feel very cheated.
I cheated myself. I cheated him. How many times did he beg me to stay, and I kept saying no? Why did I do that to him? Why did I put him through that? Why did I put myself through it?
You hit a bad patch, and it happens.
I won't even let Lucy change the sheets because his cologne is still on the pillow. I can smell And I can feel him all around me. But I know that I'll never hold him again. I mean, that last time that I saw him, I wouldn't even...
You wouldn't say that you loved him. I know, you told me at the hospital. Maria, Edmund loved you more than life.
A lot of good that didn't.
It did him a world of good.
I don't think so. I was too insecure. And all the stupid things that I said to him, to you, Liz. How could I be such a jerk?
Before you came along, Edmund was always searching. He was driven, searching for something that he couldn't even name. And even when he was happy, there was always something under the surface, some hollow, lonely place, like a longing, a yearning that couldn't be fulfilled. And then he met you. And a peace came over his heart. And it never, ever left. Not even when you had bad times.
He told you that?
No. No, he never talked about your marriage, but I knew it. Your husband loved you, Maria. He never doubted your love, and you gave him the most precious gift in the world. You filled his heart, and you made him whole.
We should postpone the service.
But everybody's here.
Well, maybe just for an hour or so. We can serve more coffee. I can help Peggy serve an early lunch.
Mama, what's the point?
To give your sister time to get down here.
She's not coming down, Papa.
Maybe she'll change her mind.
Why can't you just accept her decision?
This is not done, Julia. The widow comes to the funeral.
What are you going to do, Papa? Drag her down here by her hair?
Listen to me, young lady.
Stop it, both of you. I won't have you at each other's throats, not today of all days. This is the time to show our respect to Dimitri as well as Edmund.
I'm sorry.
Mama's right.
You want a Wild Wind, the old Decatur Road? You know where that is?
Sure thing.
You changed your mind. I'm glad.
We're very proud of you.
Well, Edmund and I loved each other. And that never changed, no matter what.
You guys were special.
I gotta hang on to that. Edmund wanted to say a proper goodbye, and I've got to say a proper goodbye to him now. And you're right, Mama. It's not too late.
I promise it's not.
Well, I just have to believe that he can hear me and believe that he knows how I feel. Will you do me a favor? Will you tell me every Edmund story that you can remember? and not just over again. Will you do that for me, please? Thank you.
Count on that.
Okay. Thanks.
When did you get back?
Well, I've been back for a while. I came in through the kitchen. Did I hold things up?
No. We were just about to go down to the chapel. Maria? Are you ready?
Searched Calloway's office from top to bottom.
I just take this.
Well, look, we can nail him with the IRS stuff, but so far there's no way to connect him to Edmund's murder.
What about Calloway's house? Have you searched his house?
We'll have a search warrant by 2.
What about his whereabouts?
Completely disappeared.
So Edmund's car blows up, Calloway falls off the face of the earth, and this is a coincidence? I don't buy it.
He hires these goons to hit him, then he blows.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know that, you know that, but where's the proof of it?
Well, the feds are checking it out. We should know something soon.
Edmund always treated me like a little sister, even before he and Maria were married. He was always ready to listen to me, like he really cared, you know. He wanted me to live here. He didn't just let it happen. He didn't want me out there on my own. He said that I'd be safe at Wild Wind.
Safe is a lie. There ain't no such thing as safe, Julia. Somebody's here, you connect, it's good for a minute, then you blink and they're gone. You don't get used to it.
No, you don't, do you?
We're here today to celebrate the life of Edmund Grey, husband, brother, friend. So please join me in prayer. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
A talented writer who used his gift to expose injustice and make life better for his fellow man. A compassionate man who rallied his friends and his neighbors to help those most in need. Edmund Grey was a young man. Many forget life cut down in its prime.
For if we live unto the Lord. And if we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord, even so saith the Spirit. For they rest from their...
Phoebe, are you okay? What's going on?
A miracle it is! Oh, Edmund, dear boy, dear boy.
Ay, Dios mío.
It cannot be.
Edmund, it's really you?
Last time I checked.
Maria? Honey? What's wrong?
Maria!
Someone get some water.
Joe, what is it? What's wrong? Is she sick?
Edwin, I would say she's never felt better in her life.
Honey, speak to me. What's wrong with her?
She's in shock, Edmund. We all are.
I don't understand this. The guy comes home, he's supposed to give him a party, not a wake. So who died?
You did. Happily for us, the reports of your death were greatly exaggerated.
And I never believe what I read in the newspaper.
Wait. You want to back this up just a little bit here?
You, ever heard the expression, it's your funeral? Well, the Padres here were just presiding over your going-away party.
We're all gathered here to lay your soul to rest.
Would you, John?
There's no place else I'd rather be. No. You see, listen, it was just a little early in the timing for me, okay? See, I just happen to have this small problem. This woman that I'm crazy in love with. And I'm no good without her, and she's no good without me. So I made a deal with the angels. And I put my harp on layaway. I'm here.
I love you.
You okay?
I'm better than I have ever been in my life.
You see? I told you.
This reception is a sample. I'm going to leave town more often.
No, you don't. We are never going to let you out of our sight again.
I think he's glad to see me.
I think I'd be happier to see that mug of yours.
I second those emotions, except not the mug part. I think you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? I knew it wasn't true. I knew deep down that you were not really gone, but...
Oh, my turn. Oh, Edmund, I don't know whether to thrash you or hug you to death. Oh.
This is like being at the country fair kissing booth, you know? Buck a pop, I'll make a lot of money.
Welcome back, boss.
Thanks, Liz. Anton. Well, if it took my premature burial to get you here, it was worth it.
Don't say that. I'm glad to see you.
Thanks, man.
Wow. Shame on you, Eddie. You scared 10 years off of my life.
Sorry.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Grace. You guys all thought I was a goner, huh?
So, did you say nice things about me, even though they're all lies?
Edmund, where the devil were you?
Why didn't you call us? Why didn't you let us know you were all right?
I didn't know I was dead.
Didn't you see the papers?
Well, you know, they don't get the Pine Valley Bulletin down in Caymans.
Your death made international headlines.
I was just too caught up in research to catch the news.
So my brother was so busy trying to save the world that he didn't know he left us.
I made the news at 11?
And 6 and 12.
And, of course, there was that 2-column obit in the New York Herald about Pulitzer Prize winner Edmund Grey.
2 columns?
Yes.
So, how did I die?
Your car exploded.
All that was left was a charred frame and ashes.
Yes, actually, there was an eyewitness. There was a nurse at the hospital who said that she saw you rushing towards your car in the hospital parking lot.
She said that you couldn't have made it out of the parking lot alive.
I had a change in plans. I took a cab instead.
You took a cab?
Yeah, I almost missed my flight due to an explosion.
Your car went up like a huge fireball.
We thought you were toast.
Well, since, thank God, you're here, who's in there?
I don't know, but I've got a pretty good idea. Brooke hired me to do a probe at Tempo. And then Charlie and Cecily did some background checking, and Liz here infiltrated the Calloway camp as an assistant.
I had paid Dirt. Numbered bank accounts that he kept in the Caymans.
Now, the British Overseas Trust Company had a manager that was very cooperative. And I've got enough ammo to nail Calloway and his entire den of thieves.
Liz had come to me and she told me that Calloway was dangerous. At least she thought so. I went to the hospital. I was going to warn Edmund. I got there too late. And his car, well, as we all know, went up in flames and ashes.
And we all thought it was you.
Maria, it could have been. But when I was in the parking lot, I saw Calloway looking around my car. So I decided to duck out the side, went around the building, caught a cab to the airport.
Who set off the explosives?
I don't know. I think he probably put a hit out on me. Maybe he didn't want to know how it was done. He was just hanging around my car. Maybe he got inside. Just the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, that's what I call poetic justice.
Well, I'm lucky I got here in time. I hate the idea of that slime spending the rest of eternity in the Marick vault.
It's enough to make Helga spin in her drawer.
Well, we'll get the remains down to the morgue and get a positive ID, if we can.
I wonder why Mrs. Calloway didn't report him missing.
If you were Mrs. Calloway, would you report him missing?
You know, you did good, Edmund, but do me a favor and don't ever do this again. Please.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to read this story. You?
I think I smell another Pulitzer.
Well, you know, prizes are nice, Tad. But this is nicer.
Listen up, everybody. Jimmy, begging your pardon, I've taken the liberty of ordering champagne up at the house.
Oh, well, Peggy, you beat me to it. Everyone, you're invited up to the house to celebrate Edmund's rising from the ashes.
All right. Save me a bottle.
Does everyone have champagne?
Yes.
Yes, well, that's great. Because this is certainly a time to rejoice. First, because Edmund has come back to all of us. And second, because this is my beloved husband's birthday. Yes. Only appropriate that we wish them both many happy returns.
Oh,
Sure.
To me and my brother, two wild and crazy guys. Who else could segue from a funeral to such a birthday bash with such panache?
But he's a poet, too.
Well, for me, getting up today was the most difficult thing I've ever done. I mean, saying goodbye to my brother, my best friend, was the hardest thing I ever had to face. Today started out as one of the saddest in this family's history, and now we're celebrating it as the happiest.
That's right. You'll tell him, Jimmy.
The best birthday present I could ask for.
Here, here.
You know, he's only saying that because he thinks I didn't bring him anything. Well, brother of mine, you're wrong. As usual, I did bring you something.
Oh, what a jupster.
Honey roasted nuts.
When you care enough to give the very best.
How Edmund.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Liz, I owe you an apology. Well, because when you came to me and you told me that Edmund was in trouble, I accused you of chasing after him, and I was out of line, and I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Well, Calloway's dead. I guess I'm unemployed.
Well, you did a great job, and I would be more than happy to write you a letter of recommendation.
Things have certainly changed since the first day I showed up at your office looking for a job.
Yeah.
I guess aside from the fact that we're grateful Edmund's alive, we really don't have that much in common.
What are you trying to say?
In spite of our differences, I have nothing but respect for you.
Well, this day is full of surprises. Thank you. You're welcome.